In the solitude of the moon's cold gaze, my soul is a desolate place, where shadows of dreams flicker and the silent winds sing my lonesome grace. Ian Huckabah, who since her Hector's fatal pyre had never ceased her tears, was glad. But now unhappy grief has taken her place, and mine. The air was thick with the scent of night, the same scent that had been with me since the day my heart was pierced with the arrow of fate. The shrines of the town all whispered tales of joy, but I in silence wept for the lost. The weight of the heart that bears the weight of the world's pain was a symphony of sorrow, a chorus of silent refrain. Let my chariot be ready at the door of my fate, with my horses neighing impatiently for the journey to fate. Through the valleys of despair I had wandered, a lost soul. In the struggle and suffering I had found no solace, no peace to be found. Oh no, that lay doth ever make me grieve. Another then, that of the hapless flowers surprised by frost and snow in early spring, my fate. A false hope appeared, a flicker of light in the dark, but it was but a mirage, a cruel jest of the heart. For this for which I have traveled is nothing but a shadow of what I once believed. The whisper of betrayal came like a whisper of the wind, but it was not a gentle breeze. It was a storm, and I was caught in its eye. The man I had trusted, the one I had sworn to protect, was revealed to be a pawn in a game far beyond my understanding. The factions, they were all at play, each with their own agendas, their own secrets. The sacred relic I had been sworn to guard was the heart of it all, a key to power that would change the kingdom's fate. I had seen the alliances crumble, the promises fade, the loyalties shift. Now I stood amidst the ruins, watching as the pieces were moved on the grand chessboard of power. And then, as if the cosmos itself were laughing at my folly, the truth was revealed. The man who had been my confidant, my ally, was no more than a mouthpiece for the dragon of the north, a creature of darkness that sought to engulf the land in its shadow. The weight of the heart that bears the weight of the world's pain was too much to bear. I felt the ground beneath me give way, and I reached out, grasping at straws, at any hope that might yet remain. But there was no hope, only the cold, hard reality of my own naivety. I had been a pawn, a tool in the hands of those who played the game of thrones. As the night grew older and the stars grew brighter, I made my choice. I would not be a puppet any longer. I would take the reins of my own fate, even if it meant walking into the abyss. I would gather my loyal companions, the few who had remained true, and we would face the dragon of the north. We would fight for the kingdom, for the people, for the freedom that had been stolen from us. But as I prepared to leave the quiet of the night, a voice called to me from the shadows. It was the voice of a woman who had once been a part of my past, a woman who held the key to a secret that could turn the tide of war. I turned, my hand on the hilt of my sword, ready to face whatever lay ahead. But as I saw her, I saw not the woman I had known, but a specter, a ghost of the past, now a specter of the future. The voice spoke again, a voice that was filled with sorrow, with regret, joyful, mourning veil. It said, "You must choose. Your path is clear, but the cost is high. Will you take the sword, or will you take the bow?" The choice was mine, and the moment was now. I could see the path ahead, the path of the sword, the path of war, of blood and death. Or I could take the bow, the path of stealth and cunning, the path of the assassin. The voice faded, and I was left standing in the darkness, the moon's light casting long shadows, the choice before me as stark as the night. I took a step forward, my eyes fixed on the darkness, my heart set on a path I could not foresee. And then, as if the universe itself were mocking me, a figure emerged from the shadows. It was the man I had trusted, the man who had betrayed me, the man who was now my enemy. "Joyful mourning veil," he said, his voice filled with malice. "You have chosen poorly. You will face the dragon of the north not with a sword or a bow, but with the weight of your own betrayal." The red eye awakens and the path splits here. What lies within the helm? Is it a countdown to destruction? A trapped soul begging for release? Or a message from the past that changes everything? You decide. Drop your theory in the comments below. The most powerful faith will be forged into the next chapter. Subscribe now to witness the outcome. The saga is yours to write.